guys, how are you doing today? So this tutorial is on the look that I'm wearing right now, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. I just think it's so pretty, and it's definitely like a very me look, super glowy and bronzed and just like a nude lip and then like a warm tone eye. Like, what can I say? I love warm tones, I love glitters, I love a good wing and some lashes. So I just love this makeup look today, and as you guys can see, I've got a little head poking out here because whenever I started filming he was napping, but of course, as always, he wakes up when I'm filming. So we did have a few interruptions during the course of this video. Hopefully you don't mind. Let me do a little chubby cheeks. Look at your little chubby cheeks. All he wants to do right now is look at my makeup and blow spit bubbles. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this all over my eyelids. So for the eyes today, we're going to be using the Voss Ride or Die palette, and I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the shade April, which is right here, and it's just like a matte all over type shade is what I'm going to use it for, just to set my primer and to kind of give myself like a clean base since I do kind of have veiny eyelids. I'm going to go ahead and take this shade Michelle, and I'm just going to highlight the like underneath my brow bone and my inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here, Leslie, and use that as a transition shade. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here, Riley, and I'm just putting that into my crease and also building it up on my outer V just a little bit. I'm going to use a clean, fluffy blending brush and just blend out the edges. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite shade in this palette, and it's this color right here called Amy, and I'm going to pack that onto my outer V. I'm going to go with my transition brush and just blend those edges. I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here, Courtney, and just like deepen my outer V just a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use this shade right here, Stephanie, which is like a beautiful copper, and I'm going to pack that all over my lid. Okay, so that looks really pretty. I'm just going to go ahead and blend between the lid shade and the crease shades, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use my clean blending brush and just go over the edges. So now I'm going to use one of my beautiful Stila eyeshadows. I'm obsessed with these. Right now I have Rose Gold Retro and Gold Goddess, but I ordered a bunch off their website because there was a 20% off code, and these are just like, I know they're expensive individually, but they're just so unique. Like, I feel like I don't have anything else that are just like these. Like, they're so easy and just beautiful, and I don't know, I'm just like obsessed. I feel like there's a little bit of a learning curve, like to learn how to use them and stuff, but once you get the hang of it, it's just amazing. So I kind of wiped off some of the product, and I'm just gonna go in with just a little bit like on the center of my lids and just add like a little something special, I guess. I will say one thing I really don't like about eyeshadow is when it just like sits on a lid like that and you can like see where it begins and ends. So I'm going to go in with my brush and just kind of pat the outside so it doesn't just come out of nowhere, you know. I realized that I totally forgot to do my brows, so I'm going to do them really quickly. I'm going to do liner really quickly, and I did get the tattoo liner from Kat Von D finally. I think I just need like a round of applause for finally buying this. And I'm also gonna go in with a moisturizer for my face real quick, just because I've been feeling really dry lately. And this is the Belief Hungarian water essence. I just have like a little mini. I feel like it would be a good primer too, because it does kind of have like that tacky feeling, kind of like the what's it called, the Nivea post shave balm. So actually, you know what? I think I'm not going to use a primer. I'm just going to use this as a primer because it does feel kind of tacky. And then I'm going to go in with the Tarte Rainforest with the Sea water foundation, and I'm going to shake it up. And I have the shade Porcelain. So I used this once before, but that's all. So far I really like it, and it is a very pale shade, which is awesome. I feel like this would be really great to mix in with some of my other foundations too. I have the baby monitor on for the first time because I'm transitioning my son to sleep in the crib, and I think I hear him waking up. And my dog hears him waking up too in the baby monitor, which is why he won't stop growling. Uno momento. So for concealer, I'm going to try to use the Fair shade from Tarte. I find that this foundation is a little bit darker than this concealer, which is in the same Fair shade. This one does oxidize just a tiny bit on me, but hopefully it's light enough to pair with this. I honestly don't know why I just went in with so much concealer. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Tarte Tarteist Pro Glow to Go. And I'm going to first start off with this chisel shade, and I'm going to be using a dual fiber brush just to make this a little bit more workable for my skin tone. And I'm just going to do a quick, like really light bronze. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use this blush from Benefit. This is Dallas, and I'm not sure how I feel about this yet. I got it because I thought it was such a pretty color when I swatched it in store, but I don't know, like when I tried it the other day I wasn't the biggest fan, but I accidentally used a brush that wasn't this. The only blush brushes that I really like are the Morphe E4, which is amazing, and I like the It Cosmetics blush brush, and I used a different one on accident, and I think that might be why I didn't like it. So we're gonna try again today. Okay, that's like a million times better. I don't know what it is about these two brushes, but they just apply blush like nothing else. For highlight, I don't know what to do. I'm tempted. So I got, obviously, this palette, and the other day I tried Gleam, and I was like, oh my god, in love with Gleam, and it is just like the most amazing highlight. But I kind of want to try Burst, but at the same time I feel like Gleam goes better with this look. I think I'm just going to do Gleam again so I can show you guys how amazing it is, because I'm literally so obsessed with Gleam. But first, actually before I do highlight, I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes just real quick. I'm going to start off, and I'm going to use a pencil brush, and I'm just going to go into the shade Amy. Actually, I think I'm just going to do the outer 2/3. Okay, you guys, so before I forget to mention it, I actually did a chatty get ready with me the other day, but I didn't like the way that look ended up being, so I just deleted the footage, but I actually mentioned this during that. So don't judge me. But I'm kind of like a huge WWE fan. I love WWE, which if you're not familiar with, it's like entertainment wrestling. And yes, it is fake, but it's still bomb. So there's like men's wrestling, obviously, and then there's like a Divas division, which is all women. And I literally watch every single episode. I watch Monday Night Raw, I watch Tuesday Night SmackDown, every Total Divas, every Total Bellas, all the pay-per-views I watch. So they always have really beautiful makeup on, at least that's like what I always notice too whenever I'm watching, and I just thought it would be fun if I did a series like recreating looks, and I thought maybe like once every 2 weeks or something do like an inspired look. Right now, if you guys can see, my shirt says, here, I'll say that. My shirt says, if you're gonna do it, do it with flair. So that's, if you guys know who Ric Flair is, woo, then it's Charlotte Flair, his daughter. But I just love WWE, so I thought I might start like a series of inspired looks, which obviously you can enjoy no matter what the inspiration comes from. So I'll leave some pictures on the screen right now of maybe like what I would try and recreate or something like that. I don't know. I just thought it would be like a fun series idea. I doubt anyone else has done it because I'm like such a WWE nerd. I actually started watching it because of my husband. Well, I watched it when I was a kid, but I started watching it like the last couple of years because of my husband. And at first I was like, oh my god, you're making me watch this. And now I'm more into it than he is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Carly, which is just the black from the palette. And I'm gonna do my outer third of my eye and just connect it with my wing a little bit and blend it into the eyeshadow. Oh, Bubba. He's starting to get into like really yelly coos. I think I'll go in with Jessica, which is like directly in the middle right here, and it's just like a true like more of like a darker gold shade, and I'm just gonna pop that right here. I don't know if that's a little bit too like yellowy for me. I might add up orange on top. I'm just gonna add a little bit of Riley, which is like a bright orange shade. Here, I'll show it to you. The bright orange right there. And I'm just gonna put that on top of the gold. I should have just got it with Stephanie. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the lightest highlight shade, which is this shade right here, Fiona. And I'm just gonna do my inner corner and right directly underneath my brow bone. Okay, so now, real quick, I'm just gonna blend with my clean blending brush the edges and that highlight, because you guys know I always do that. I love a good brow bone highlight, but I just like it to be like just a subtle pop, a puddle. I feel like this look really calls for lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the Eylure Times Vegas Nay Shining Star Lashes. Just to finish off the eyes, I really want to go in with some eyeliner. I'm going to use the NARS, what is this? Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner in Venito. Now I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs mascara, and I really don't like this that much. I mean, it's just like a mediocre mascara, but I have a sample of it, so may as well use it up, right? In case you guys are wondering, I'm doing everything with one hand now because baby's chilling on my lap, and it's just a struggle. I'm gonna go ahead and do highlight. I'm so excited for this. You guys, this palette, Gleam, so good. In fact, like now I'm like trying to talk myself out of buying the other palette, the bigger one, just because I love the formula of this highlight so much. Okay, are you emotionally prepared for this highlight? I don't think you are. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. Oh, I love it so much. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a little bit of burst on top of this just to see what it does. So I'm gonna use my 140 brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm gonna take up a little bit of burst, and I'm just gonna put it on the highest points. Ooh, this is so pretty. I really like this palette. I'm so glad that I like swatched it really quick before I was checking out. So I feel like burst just gave it like a little bit extra so it's really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my blush brush real quick and just blend between the two. Okay, let me put my child down for a moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and don't mind my hair. I'm just going to set my face with the Wet n Wild setting spray. I really hope I didn't just get setting spray in my apple juice. Oh, I think I did. I figured I would use some of these pure lippies that were sent to me just because I haven't played with them all that much. They have like a matte formula and then they have like a gloss chrome something. I'm not sure what the actual names are called, but I'm gonna start off with the matte one, and this is Obey. And then I'm gonna top that with the shade DIY, which is a gloss. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I really love how everything turned out. I'm digging this eyeshadow, and I really like the lip combo, and this highlight is like giving me life. It's just so pretty. So I know I used a lot of new stuff in this tutorial and like things that I haven't really talked about all that much on my channel. So if there's anything you want to see a review on, or swatches, or anything more like that, then please let me know down below. And don't forget to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.